The fundamentalists have had a real heyday taking a look at the White House and tying it into Satan and the darker aspect of things.
Could there be hidden signs of the devil all over Washington? What's fact and what's fiction? Sometimes the real story holds the strangest secrets of all. Conspiracy theorists are absolutely sure that Washington's street plan is riddled with Masonic and even satanic symbols. But are pentagrams, Masonic squares, and the number 666 really part of the Capitol's DNA? First of all, she's 19 feet 6 inches high. That's 6 plus 6 plus 6 feet, plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 inches. In other words, 2 repetitions of Satan's number. The number of the beast, 666. The number of the devil, 666. The number of the devil.
The Masons did not really participate in making the seal at all.
Government officials beg to differ. So here's the official word. The Great Seal of the United States represents America as a new order for the ages, assembled from 13 parts. Looks out for our future, but is never completed, is watched over by God, who favors our undertakings, and is peaceful and willing to defend itself. Any questions? But if these signs and symbols stand for America, why do they attract every conspiracy theorist looking for sinister meanings? What's the deal with that unfinished pyramid on the back of the buck? And what's a pagan goddess doing in New York City anyway? Did a sinister conspiracy put a Roman goddess on Catholics? Who's really behind these symbols of America? Some of America's founding fathers, including George Washington and Ben Franklin, were well-known Freemasons.
They used the language of symbolism to convey certain truths, ideas, and principles, knowing that only the initiated would understand what we're talking about.
Today, conspiracy theorists insist the Freemasons' involvement gave the entire enterprise a sinister meaning.
They used the language of symbolism to convey certain truths, ideas, and principles, knowing that only the initiated would understand what we're talking about.
There were Christian groups that protested against this event.
They pointed out that the Roman goddess Libertas was an actual deity in ancient times.
They were concerned that America was going to worship a Roman goddess in America, in the harbor, and they were forgetting that this is purely symbolic. It's not a real goddess.
Does that money in your pocket have secret satanic symbols? What's fact and what's fiction?
The eye in a triangle, we know, is a symbol for the deity, the supreme being.
And if that's the case, then this is the axis the world is spinning on. The U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing in Washington, D.C. First symbol ever created for the United States. The Great Seal, and with its strange floating eye, the lone eye hovering over a pyramid on one side, the eagle clutching a claw full of arrows on the other, and not one but 3 Latin mottos. No wonder it's irresistible to conspiracy theorists. Let's look at their dark theories. They start here in Philadelphia. On July 4th, 1776, the Continental Congress appointed a committee to design a seal. A literal seal of approval. A literal seal of approval. A literal seal of approval for all official documents. Some features of that original design remain today. One of them, that strange floating eye. It was fodder for conspiracy theories from the start. It was used to ratify treaties, but the average American had never even heard of it. It was fodder for conspiracy theories from the start, but the average American had never even heard of it.
The eye in a triangle, we know, is a symbol for providence, the deity, the supreme being.
And the eye is also an important symbol for, yes, Freemasons. For them, it represents the all-seeing eye of God. For the conspiracy-minded, there has to be a more sinister explanation.
They look at the pyramid, the eye, and the triangle, and the eye and the triangle would say, hey, that's Satan's eye. That's the devil's eye. And who gave it to us? The Freemasons gave it to us. Therefore, the Freemasons have to be Satanists. They look at the pyramid, the eye, and the triangle, and the eye and the triangle would say, hey, that's Satan's eye. That's the devil's eye.
So far, so good. But here's where a coincidence of American history provides a breeding ground for conspiracy theorists. 13, the number of original American colonies, is widely seen as a number representing evil or the devil.
And of course,
is up under that huge dome. The 13 maidens, symbols of the 13 original states. For years, it was rumored that the 13 models who posed for these maidens were moonlighting prostitutes. The two figures accompanying him are goddesses Liberty and Victory.
They chose this goddess.
The Statue of Liberty, the symbol of American freedom.
In her right hand, of course, she holds aloft a magnificent torch.
that torch is a symbol for illumination. It's a symbol for wisdom. It's a symbol for knowledge.
She holds a torch, a favorite symbol of enlightenment for the Freemasons. The centerpiece is something you don't see every day. George Washington as God.
The deity, the supreme being.
This 4,600-foot fresco is known as the apotheosis of Washington. Literally, the raising of Washington to the rank of a god. Literally, the raising of Washington to the rank of a god. It sounds like a huge violation of the separation of church and state. At the time, it wasn't unusual to depict a head of state as a god. Literally, the raising of Washington to the rank of a god. She holds a torch, a favorite symbol of enlightenment for the Freemasons. George Washington as God. George Washington as God.
Therefore, the Freemasons have to be Satanists.
Any questions? American icons all seem to have their own sets of secrets. No matter how checkered their past, these American symbols still hold on to their power. That may be the real secret of secret America.